Hello friends, welcome. Here in this lesson or lecture I will explain artificial intelligence chatbots. I will explain each and everything, how they work, what's the history, what's the background and everything. So here, this is you're seeing a picture of Lbot. I will provide the link below this video and you can actually talk it. This is the welcome message of Lbot. Okay. So first, we have to learn what is a chatbot. What was mean by chatbot? Chatbot have different names like chatbot, and many names. But it's actually basically a computer program designed to simulate conversation with humans, an intelligent conversation of course, via textual or auditory methods, primarily engaging in small talk. Okay. The term chatbot was originally coined by Michael Malding in 1994, but it's not the origin of chatbot. Chatbots, the primary aim of such simulation is to make users fool, thinking that they are actually talking to a human, but it's not that. But is the malicious use or something which is not good use? The good use is they are used in dialogue systems, different dialogue systems, and various practical purposes such as offline help, personalized service, and many more. And of course, here is the method which chatbot uses for developing itself. For developing chatbot, the natural language processing is used. But many chatbots simply scan your input and they search for a pattern and reply with that pattern. In their databases, the patterns are stored, and with keywords they reply. But that's not a good way to make a chatbot. Natural language processing is used worldwide to make chatbots. So here we will go this Turing test. The Alan Turing in 1966 uh, made a paper on computing machinery, and that's the starting of this artificial intelligence chatbots. The Turing test is a test of machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior. It's a measure how intelligent your machine is, and the Turing test is like this. Means here this is C, which is actually interrogator or a human, and A and B, A is machine and B is human. But this C doesn't know who is human and who is machine. So he will start conversation with A and B via textual way because auditory way is not possible here. So textual conversation and with the responses from A and B, it will determine who is machine and who is computer, who is machine and who is human. If he is successful in determining that thing, then machine is said to be not pass the Turing test. And if unsuccessful in determining or differentiate between these two with a good reason, then machine is said to be passed the Turing test. Turing test is uh, Turing test is used to determine how intelligent the machine is. And of course, the interrogator is limited to using the responses to written questions in order to make the determination. The test does not check the ability to give the correct answers. It checks how closely the answer resembles typically human answers. And conversation is limited to text-only channels such as computer keyboard and screen, so that result is not dependent on machine's ability to render words into audio. The test was introduced by Alan Turing in 1950 paper Computing Machinery and Intelligence. Now, these are some questions. These are some tricky questions from which we can determine which is machine and which is human. Now, if someone makes chatbot, he has to think about some questions like this. The interrogator may ask, Please write me a sonnet on the subject of the fourth bridge. So, uh, this is the typical reply. Count me out on this one. I never could write poetry. So, from this reply, you cannot judge who is human or who is machine. But if human writes something poetry or something like poetry, then you can easily differentiate between those two. Now this is second question. Addition of two numbers. Now if we give now here pause of 30 seconds and then gives an answer 10, 56, 21. Now if it's a human and the calculation is so large, then human can make a mistake, but machine will not. So so from that we can differentiate human and machine. So we have to the third question is, do you play chess? Yes. Now I can ask him some moves of chess. K8, K1 and no other pieces. You have K8, K6. Now here machine can answer very fastly and human may not. So from that we can also differentiate. So these are tricky questions which are proposed by Alan Turing, which are given in the paper of Alan Turing, his first paper. So, if you are making chatbot, you have to prepare for these questions and many other, if you are male or female, and many other. History. So now we will learn the history, or we will get knowledge of history of artificial intelligence chatbots. Notoriety of Turing proposed tests simulated great interest in Joseph's program ELIZA, published in 1966. After that, ELIZA was actually a good computer program and it seemed to make users fools very easily. But that Joseph said that it's not a very genuine or very intelligent program. The key method of operation copied by chatbots design and ever since involves the recognition of keywords or phrases in the input and the output of corresponding prepared or pre-programmed responses. So it's a very common method to make chatbots, but there was some difference in that ELIZA that responses are very genuine and very intelligent. Development. After the ELIZA and Perry in 1972, the most recent notable programs include Alice, Jabberwock and Zoot, and also Elbot, which was at the first line. So many chatbots now include functional features like web searches and many other things. In 1984, this book called Policeman's Bear was published and written by the chatbot director. Now I will go to uses of chatbots, and this is a very important point. Chatbots are often integrated into the dialogue systems, or example, automated online assistants, or small talking or engaging casual conversation, and primary expert systems. The companies like Alliance Banking Group, Royal Bank of Scotland, Ranald, are now using automated online assistant instead of call centers with humans to provide a first point of contact. And of course, there are some malicious use also. Malicious chatbots are frequently used to fill chat rooms with spam and advertising to reveal the personal information from people, such as bank account numbers and many other things. And they are commonly found on Yahoo Messenger, Windows Live, AOL, and these different messenger systems. I tried to find it out, but I was not able to find. There has also been a published report on a chatbot used in fake personal ID on a dating services website, and this is very important and very useful malicious use. On dating services website, people become fooled very easily with a fake personal ID and the chatbots like this. So don't be fooled, guys. Competitions, and there are many competitions on checking the who is the greatest chatbot. So these competitions are the low winner prize and chatbox challenge. The low winner prize is very famous competition, and this is the reward for that competition, gold medal, and it's like very much honor of your chatbot. If you get this, then your chatbot become world famous, of course. There are some classical chatbots, Eliza Perry Rector, and there are some general chatbots like Arbot One, this Lobener winner, 1998 and 1999. Alice is a very famous chatbot, won Lobener Prize in 2001, 2, and 4 and developed by Richard Wallace. Now, here I will tell one important point. The chat Alice provides one language like AIML, and the chatbots made from that AIML are known as Alice bots or Pandora bots. So this is a great honor of Alice, and she is a female chatbot. Then Cleverbot and Lbot. Lbot is the most famous, or Lbot is my famous chatbot, which won Lavender Prize in 2008, and is a very intelligent and very good and very brilliant chatbot. It means you will talk to it for hours and hours. Now there is Fred and Jabberwocky and many other. Now here are some special chatbots or some special Pandora bots made from Alice or use AIML scripting. Mm. Here Afrobot is a very cool personality and a very nice chatbot to just casual talking. Now here Albert. Albert is an expert on telephone line sharing. If you have telephones in your home and having some problems, you can talk to Albert. He will give a brilliant solution, and you will be able to increase your business, or you can eliminate the monthly token phone bill associated with it. Uh, Albert is a very brilliant and it's a very good use of chatbot. Now Alice. Alice is the very famous three-time winner of the Lobiner Prize and most human computer call and is software chat robot, and she is female. Buddhavat. Buddhavat is a spiritual boy, and mm, you can get more and more spiritual thoughts and many things from this Buddhavat. Also, this has many new things like alchemy and yoga and many things. It's a bot with full of oracular capabilities. Claudio. You can determine your own personality with Claudio. Claudio is a very nice bot. He asks some questions to you, you have to answer that question, and after that, he can tell you your personality. Is your loyalist, hedonist, boss, or meditator, artist, many personalities, and he will actually tell you what you have to do or what you can be perfect in many things. If you want to learn English language, then Dev is the right solution for you. If you chat with it, he will also chat with you, and he is just like a private English teacher or a human chat partner. He will not send you emails or anything. Whenever you want, you can chat to him, but up to 1 month. This is the limitation of Dev. And this is the image from Big Bang Theory. And he is a Rajesh Khutrapal, a very famous character, and he becomes crazy for Siri. Siri is the Apple's chatbot. In this one full episode is on this chatbot Siri, which is an auditory chatbot, and mm, and this is Apple Siri, which is very famous, and it's shown that this chatbot is very intelligent, but not actually like that. Okay. There are two types of chatbots: standalone chatbot application and web-based chatbot application. So there are some pros and cons. Of course, the standalone application is very simple to use, attractive, engaging graphical interface, and a full rich world to explore. The majority have text to speech, and there are some disadvantages. These bots are not are your own. They are very limited degrees of configuration that help to personalize your bot, and they provide demo version. Many contain mature content like, and if you have children in your home, you cannot keep such bots on your computer. Web-based chatbots, these are very nice advantages of these bots. Is allow you to much more control and behavior of personality. You have a premium option available. Since you control bots configuration, you can decide whether you want to have mature content or not. Disadvantages. So web-based chatbots aren't easy to set up. They require very much knowledge to make chatbot, and there is no installer available. And these require knowledge of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and AIML, and many more. Now here is the image of Lbot, and this is the starting page of Lbot. Whatever you do not press my red button. And of course, we are humans. We'll press this red button, and it starts conversation with us. Now here I asked some question to Albert, and he answered very nicely and very brilliantly, so that that's like actual humans. So I I ordered him to push your red button and see what's his reply. What? Red button? There is no red button on me. And even if there were, it would certainly not be for pushing. Very nice reply. And here you can see his expressions. Very nice expression. He is hiding his red button and something like. Now I ask him next question. Do you have a girlfriend? So he asked me, reply, would you like to be my girlfriend? Oh, and it's the funniest thing that he's asking me to be his girlfriend. Now here, next question at 21 and 31. And he answered, you can't do it, you can't do math with 31. It's prime. So it's a very a ridiculous reply. Actually, I was very much laughed on this reply, and I pressed enter too many times, and now he's being angry on me. You are hitting enter all the time. Stop that. And see his reply. Now I pressed enter again, and there is different reply. I could send you an empty message too, but I won't. So these are some of the replies of this L-bot, and this makes this bot very clever and very intelligent. Now I will explain here. It's not it's not sufficient. Like wow, what's bot? Very awesome. These replies are not for us. We are computer engineers, and we have to go into deep. We have to learn how to make chatbot, and actually we have to make one also. So I will explain here one method to make a chatbot. Here required knowledge is PHP, MySQL, and jQuery and AIML interpreter. So what's AIML? AIML is a very basic need to make chatbot. So AIML is the artificial intelligence markup language, which is provided by Alice. And whenever you will make a bot from that AIML, your bot will known as Alice bot or Pandora bot. So you can make bot within some minutes, but it's actually not that much easy. So there are some tags like AIML category, pattern, template, and you have to learn all these things. You can get this from one link. I will provide with below this video that link. Now here is one example: category and then pattern. What are you? Pattern and think set me. So I have to think about me, and here is the uh, search pattern. I am the latest result in artificial intelligence, and this is the reply, and this will be the reply for this question. What are you? And this is the program for to reply this question. So This is pattern matching. So you have to download the PHP AML interpreter program O from that programo.com and study it thoroughly. Then you have to upload it in bots directory, and the instruction script is also included with it. You have to follow instruction, update the database information within the script as needed. You have to obtain the Alice annotated AIML set, a list of AML pattern response templates available on this download link. Now, this is the starting process or initial process. Now you have to improve it more and more. You can add features such as determine user's gender, or from name they entered, or wiki and Google searches. This is not the complete chatbot. This is just the initial creation process. After this, you have to work on it for months and months, or maybe years and years. And also this not enough. So actually, making a chatbot is not that much easy as you're thinking. I will explain here also various methods to create your own chatbot. So, ChatScript is a standalone chatbot engine, and own Unix has its own unique scripting language, and created 2010 Loeb Enterprise winning chatbot Zete. So this is one of a very few standalone chatbot applications that have none of the disadvantages. JavaScript may have disadvantages, but this bot doesn't have any disadvantages. It's a very nice chatbot. However, with TypeScript, there is no graphical interface. This is strictly a console application with just a DOS prompt. And after initializing, you will get some commands to check it whether it is installed properly or not. So making the chatbot is up to you after that. So this is the latest features in the artificial intelligence that making a chatbot powered by many humans. This is another approach to make a chatbot. Now here, researchers at the University of Rochester have demonstrated a new, potentially better approach that creates a smart artificial chat partner from leading contributions from many crowdsources work. Now here, crowdsourcing is one method to make a chatbot proposed by these researchers. So what does crowdsourcing mean? Crowdsourcing means here is you and you are typing on the mobile or you are chatting with someone. But this message in background going to many people like this, they are getting your message and they're replying to you and the best answer you will get. So and these people will get some honor, get some prize, and for that prize they will reply you. So this is one method of crowdsourcing. Like if you want to get more and more beautiful patterns of reply, then you can use this crowdsourcing. Means you can chat on a website with people, and people will answer, and the best answer suggested by people or best reply suggested for people will be selected as a pattern mm, in your program. So. They say it shows how a crowd power system that relatively simple can do something that AI has struggled to do for decades, says Jeffrey Begum, an assistant professor at the University of Rochester. So this is one another way to make chatbot, and you can try this also with your own website or many things. Now here I studied the paper Computing Machinery and Intelligence deeply, and here is some basic idea of that paper. That in the starting of the process, the question, can machine think? Can machines think? This is the question proposed by I am Turing at the starting of the paper. And now he sets out very important idea. Uh, Through the use of language, it's possible to set an environment in which the human computer dialogue could take place. And he continued many arguments and many things up to the end of paper. He suggests a practical test, the imitation game, now known as Turing test, for checking the intelligence of machines. And In light of new media, it said that Turing's description of a verbal computer was one inspiration for early programmers to forge into new media. ELIZA was one such program, inspired with this Turing test or imitation game, publishing the computing territory beyond the numbers and calculation. So he proposes many questions and makes many arguments on that question, and finally he concludes that machines can think, of course, and this is the way, and he shows one way. Now, future. What will be the future of chatbot? Will chatbots think, learn, and act by themselves soon? Yes, of course. The present chatbots doesn't have such facilities of thinking, learning, and acting by themselves. Of course, there are some chatbots which can think, but they have limited way of their thinking or reasoning. So in the future, of course, it's possible that chatbots will think, act, and like humans. Okay. Thank you, friends. This is the explanation of chatbots. You can get more knowledge on the links provided below. Thank you.